love these flowers.
Not if she knew what they were for.
Well, no, maybe not, but nonetheless, I think she would have liked them if someone had given them to her for another reason in them.
But they didn't.
No, they didn't. It feels like she's here. Do you think she can see us? I don't know. It just feels like she's here with us, doesn't it?
She is at the fuller, CC. You saw her.
Maybe that was just her body.
Mama is at the Fuller family funeral home laying in a box. And in the morning, we're going to put her in the ground right next to Daddy.
Well, that's going to be terrible.
It is. It's going to be horrible. But what's about to happen tonight? What's going to happen here? I think it might be worse.
With Mary Beth?
Yes, with Mary. And with Gil, too. With Mary Beth and Gil.
Well, because of the paperwork?
She cut them out, Cecilia.
What?
Mama cut them out of the will. She cut her out.
Well, why would she? What did you do, Glover?
Well, that's the funny part. I didn't really mean to do anything. I didn't really have to.
Oh, but you did something.
I did. I guess you could say that I did, but I didn't really mean to. I don't know.
What in God's name did you do, Glover?
They're not going to know.
Mary and Gil?
Yes, Mary and Gil. They're not going to know, and they should never know. Not specifically either. Just, it's just awful, this thing.
What thing? Tell me.
This thing with Mary Beth and Gil.
Sounds like I'm in on it, whether I want to be or not.
You are not in on it. You're not in on it. I told them I didn't tell you. I told them that I didn't say a word to you. I don't think
they'll believe that because I am always the last one to know.
It's best that you don't know. At least not now, anyway. I mean, you do not want in on this. Trust me. You don't want any part of this.
Did you tell them that I know?
No, I told them I didn't tell you.
You did. You told them that.
I did. I told them that.
Well, you better take it easy on the beer, Glover. They say that doesn't mix well with fireworks.
You're right. I will. A little off the rails already. It's a problem with moderation, though. It's make you vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Not really, but okay.
That's all right. You just play dumb when they get here. It's for the best.
Y'all think I'm dumb anyway, so that'll be easy.
Nobody thinks you're dumb. And if they do, they're the dummies. You just spend an awful lot less time trying to impress everybody with how smart you really are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's my girl. Hey, why don't you go hide the key to the gun safe?
You are not serious.
Well, no, not really. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, maybe a little. It's better to be safe than sorry, Who knows? Maybe they won't even show up. But if they don't show up, they are probably calling in the cavalry.
What does this mean for us?
What do you mean?
You know?
The distribution?
Yes, the money.
Well, I am not sure, but I'm pretty sure that this might put us in the same solar system as them. Those two, they are rich, Cecilia. They are filthy. I think that we might be able to retire pretty comfortably if we wanted to, but I don't think I want to. Not yet, anyway. Build back the business, for a few years, build it back and then sell it off. Then We'd be able to write our ticket any way we wanted. But the best part is we'd be able to buy Mary Beth out of the business. Just buy her out for what she put into it, and we wouldn't have to ask for anybody's help ever again.
That'll be nice.
It will be. It will be nice. Fuck. I have a key.
Change the locks.
Hey, why don't you go let them in, and I will go hide the key to the gun safe.
No, really?
Open the
Really?
door, Glover. Open the door before I call the sheriff.
Okay, I'm coming.
9, 1.
Hold on. I forgot about the key.
Where is he?
He's here somewhere. He was just here a second ago. Yeah, he went to the bathroom. I'm sure he'll be right back.
Getting a little hard, isn't he? The beer?
I've never seen him like this, Mary. He's just out of his mind.
What? Drunk?
No, not drunk. Well, you know, maybe a little. But he's not drunk. Not yet, anyway. He's just so upset about the service tomorrow.
Oh, he doesn't need to worry about that.
But it's the burial, Mary. He's pretty distraught.
Like I said, he doesn't need to worry about that. Not right now. He should be worried about tonight.
What about tonight?
You don't know anything.
About what? You know he doesn't tell me anything. What's the...
This. You don't know anything about that.
Well, he mentioned that he did some stuff about changing who had to file the death certificates and taking some work off of you, and then he said, Mama
She
said...
cut us out of the distribution, Cecilia. If we don't fight this, and we will, then you and Glover get everything. You are in control of everything.
I don't know what to say.
Of course you will.
Hey, Mary. You want a beer?
Do I want a beer? If that's what you have to say for yourself, do I want a fucking beer?
Yes. Would you like a beer?
How about a bourbon, Glover? Have some bourbon.
I'll pour you a bourbon. I don't drink bourbon.
He doesn't drink bourbon.
I signed a pledge. I know that. Another one? So, where's Gil? Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
What did you do, Glover?
You know what? I think I'm gonna grab another beer. If that's okay with you. I think I'd like another beer.
Oh, he's real thirsty. Mother. Excuse me.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Everything is not going to be fine.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Then I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Yes. Agree to disagree like well-adjusted adults.
No. We are going to agree to agree. We are going to agree, or I hit send. If I hit send, then half of the police in this town are going to descend upon this house like a swarm of starving locusts.
That sounds dramatic.
It won't be once they get here. Once say it can be pretty pedestrian. Cuff the drunkard, toss him in the cruiser. You're not carrying, are you?
No, I'm not. Are you?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I think no. I think you're not.
If I were, and I'm not saying that I'm not, but if I were, then I'm not certain you wouldn't be sporting a few new holes right about now.
Mary!
Calm down, Mary. You're freaking CC out.
Well, I don't know why. I'm not gonna shoot her. Plus, of course, I already killed Gil. If Gil out there has swallowed a slug, then chances are good we will all die tonight. Yeah, that's how this usually breaks down. That's how these things like this usually go. Statistics, you know.
Where's Gil? I'm gonna go get him.
No, not right now. Not right now. If you absolutely must know the reason that Gil is out there in the car as he is, here is the reason. I didn't want him to come in here and kill Glover before I had the chance to do it myself.
Mary Beth, stop freaking out. Don't make me be the adult in the room.
The adult in the room. You think that you are somehow the adult in the room.
Well, besides CC.
You have been an adolescent. You have been a pre-adolescent for the last 40 plus years.
You might ought to try it, Mary Beth. It's fun.
I didn't have that luxury. I had to take care of you.
Yeah. Mama took care of me.
Mama didn't take care of you. What makes you think Mama took care of you? Not after Daddy. Oh, she was okay out in the world mostly. Coffee clutches, museum boards, things like that. That was her wheelhouse. She could do things like that. Like nobody's business. She could spend all of her time on that. She was on the Arts Council for 20-something years. And every weirdo in town. No. Do you know? Mama never went out on one date after that. No. She could have. I'm sure she was asked. Mama was pretty. She could be funny. But I think deep down inside she was just lost to herself. Yeah. I think a lot of her died with Daddy when you were just a little boy. Do you remember any of this? Don't you remember how this house, how it seemed like whatever it was that was supposed to be in the air was just completely devoid of oxygen? When it came to the three of us, she was just lost. When it came to you, well, Mama could hardly look at you.
Why?
Why?
Why couldn't Mama look at me?
Because she couldn't take it.
She couldn't take it? She couldn't take what?
She couldn't take what she saw.
Oh my
Go
God,
ahead,
clever. Don't you stop.
No, you stop it, Cecilia. Go ahead. Gonna hit me, Glover?
No.
No?
No.
Why don't you just sit down right here in Mama's wheelchair?
No.
No? Sit down!
So what? So what, you gonna take me to the chair now?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to the chair.
This is a really bad idea.
You think this will hold me?
Remember that? She used to use rope. That was time out in those days. Mama used to tie you to the chair with a piece of nylon rope.
No, she didn't, Mary.
Yes, she did.
Nope, that was you.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you tied me to the chair with rope.
I guess I did.
I'm gonna go get Gil, right?
Go ahead,
Okay, just stay calm out here. Oh my God, Gil!
You think this will hold me? You can't hold me. You can't hold me down.
Oh, I know. Because you're a Superman.
Yeah. Faster than a speeding bullet.
Still in a speeding bullet.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Hey, Gil.
Oh, Lava!
Hey, baby. Hey, Gil. Hey, look what your wife. Look what she did to me.
Well, I see.
I let her do it. I kind of let her do it. Hey, Cecilia. Another beer.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Go ahead and get him another beer, Cecilia. I left his drink in hand free.
I am not a part of this.
Go ahead and get him another beer, Gil. Yes, Cecilia. Yes, you are. You are a part of this. We are all a part of this, whether we want to be or not.
Thank you, Gil. Goddamn. That did it, Gil. Hey, you want a beer, Gil?
Bourbon. I think I want bourbon.
Right there. It's over there. You know where it is. Help yourself. I don't drink bourbon anymore. I signed a pledge.
I know, love.
Hey, Cecilia, you know what this is? This is criminal confinement.
Bingo. You're a criminal. And you're confined. Most people, though, would consider this to be a citizen's arrest.
He is not a criminal.
Cecilia, would you get your phone out and take a picture of what she did to me?
Let me get a hold of the weapon.
Well, I did. He's on his way.
I do not want him here. I will not allow it.
Yeah, but see, we have a little problem here. Because some of the stuff that you've done, what you've been doing, it's called elder abuse. Definitely all the time. Because I went to the bank and I checked on some of the accounts.
You weren't on the accounts, Mary Beth. That's illegal.
Now, I have been on all of those accounts for more than 30 years. My name was not on the checks, and my signature was not required, but I was on the accounts. You know, it was illegal, though.
No.
What was illegal was what you were spending from the accounts.
She had
That
expenses.
was illegal. That was elder abuse. Expenses? Expenses. There were cash withdrawals, Glover. Several thousands of dollars over the past 5 or 6 months. Yeah, Mama never withdrew large amounts of cash.
But she
How did
left.
you manage that?
She left us the money, Mary.
Well, I'm surprised there was anything left to leave. You have to wait until she's gone before you spend the money, Glover. Usually it's several months after someone has gone. It's a legal process. It has to be done. So, yeah, what you did, what you've been doing, that's illegal. And elder abuse.
Cece, Joey's coming over to help us. He has agreed to help with all of this. He wants to talk with Mary Beth, and he says Glover needs to hear it too.
No, he's not. Please, Cece, don't let him in. When he gets here, do not let him in.
Well, I think I'm gonna let him in, Glover. I think it's a good idea.
Please don't. Don't let him in.
So, let me tell you how I expect this to go, okay?
Okay?
So, I'm gonna show you something. I want you to just sit there and be quiet.
You want a drink, Cece?
I heard Glover drink.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So, what you have here, Glover, is called a codicil. Now, we know that you know what that is based on your actions recently. Now, this one predates yours, so it's not actually worth anything, unfortunately. I drew this codicil up largely on my own before I presented it to Mama. I did it because Gil and I had been talking with some frequency about how well we were set with things, you know, for our future. We're pretty well set. You probably guessed that, and if you did, well, you guessed right. Gil and I wanted to be able to say the same for the two of you, because you and Cecilia, you're all you've got. So anyway, the gist of this document, of this will, basically cedes any claim that Gil and I would have had on Mama's estate to you. Now, of course, there are a few little pieces in here about the business and how part of Mama's estate would buy back my share of the business at the original investment price, you know, things like that. It, well, basically does all of the same things that your more recent codicil would do. Oh, and the most interesting thing about this particular document is that it is, in fact, the original. Now, Kentucky law states that a codicil must be an original document with original signatures, and that the destruction of the original document renders it null and void.
I think I hear Joey coming up the drive.
Which, of course, it technically already was.
Why are you doing this to me? Why did you say Mama couldn't look at me?
Because she could.
Because of Daddy? No, Joe, no! Get out of here, Joey! Get out! I do not want you here! I didn't ask you to come! What are you doing here?
Glover, just calm down.
Why are you... Get out, Joe! No! The videotape this, Cecilia! Videotape it!
Just stop, just
Oh, God damn it, this is family time! Can't you see that? Get out! Just videotape it!
hold his head down, just
No,
hold it.
That's it,
Hold
Bill!
it.
Stop!
hold still, hold, shut up! Do you want the tape, Glover? We'll do it. Now, I just need you to sit there and be quiet, okay? Will you be quiet? No more screaming.
Just stay calm, Glover. It's gonna be okay.
This is so fucked up.
If someone asks you a question, you can answer. Okay, buddy? You can answer. You can talk.
Okay,
Just don't scream.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Is it what we talked about earlier, Glover? Is that what bothering you? Well, I don't think it's nearly as bad as...
No, Joe, please. Please don't.
I have to, Glover. I can't tell you that you have to. I can't do that, but I have to. And I'm going to do it whether you do it or not. I'm going to ask for Mary Beth.
For my forgiveness? For what? For that thing that happened up there in my room?
Yes,
I threatened you, Joey.
and rightfully so.
Do you remember what I said?
I remember, I'll never forget. Buster was a good dog. I'm so sorry that happened, Mary Beth. That was like a fucked up thing to do.
You were just a little kid.
I was old enough to know better.
Apparently.
I told him to do it. I talked him into it.
I always thought you did, Glover. Mama always thought that Joey was the ringleader of your little gang, but I had my doubts.
Well, Glover was persuasive. But that thing itself, that was just the tip of the iceberg. What happened next was, well, Glover, in a backhanded way, I guess I owe you an apology too.
Yeah?
Well, that's not exactly right, but I do know I owe you something. I'm really sorry, pal.
Did you wait up there for him in your birthday suit too?
No, I just never had the courage to tell him that, I owe this to both of you. I never had the courage to tell him what really happened. I just let him describe what he thought might have happened.
From Penthouse and my imagination.
And I just agreed with him. I didn't argue. I just nodded my head and let him go. I never told the truth.
That is something, isn't it?
It is.
I'm sorry, Mary.
So for what? 4 decades? Last 40 years, you thought that I had sex with your 10-year-old friend.
I was 11.
With your 11-year-old Betty. What kind of a deviant did you think I... Is that what you told Mama? Is that the lie that you told Mama? Oh, I'm gonna need another drink. I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm about a finger away from grabbing the bottle myself.
She told me all about it at the Fuller today.
I did. We don't need to go there again though, do we, Cece?
Is this supposed to be funny?
No, it is not. Some of it is, incidentally, of course, but it's not supposed to be. No, this is serious. You owe me an amends, Glover. If you ever sober up, you owe me an amends the size of Texas. I cannot believe you said that to Mama. That was really hurtful.
We thought it was true. You were doing it with that Larson kid.
Lance Larson? Doing it? Lance Larson never made it past second base.
That's not what we thought.
I was 15, Glover. I was in 10th grade.
To us, he was a full-grown man, and you looked like Miss America.
He was only the second boy I ever kissed. He weighed maybe 100 pounds. So what? You just walked up to your 83-year-old mother one day and said, guess what?
She had an inkling. Not of anything bad, just the tip of the iceberg, really, and I guess I ran with it. It's a terrible thing to do, Mary. It was the most terrible thing I've ever done. I am so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I will accept. I will try to learn to accept your apology.
You shouldn't. I think I wanted to hurt you, Mary. I think I always wanted to hurt you. Not physically, not like that. I just wanted Mama to think about you the way she always seemed to think about me. She just seemed to love you so much, and when we were kids, I thought she hated me.
It always seemed the other way around to me. Isn't that weird? It was completely abnormal. An absolute freak show.
What happened? Did we ever talk about it?
Never. We never talked about it.
What happened to Daddy?
We don't talk about that, Glover. You know that.
I know, but
No, I promised. Promised, Mom.
Mama's gone.
The duration of that promise exceeded the span of her natural lifetime, Glover. It was a forever promise.
Tell me.
You don't want to know.
I told you the same thing, but you didn't listen. You probably should have listened so you could not know what you know now, but you didn't.
It's a big thing.
Bigger than what Mama thinks.
Mama isn't here.
No, but bigger than what she thought.
Bigger than what you told her to think.
Yes, bigger than what I told her about you.
I guess that depends upon the jury.
Quit fucking with me, Mary.
Let's just...
I told you. Now you tell me.
You told me.
Yes, I told you. Please tell me.
There was...
An accident that was thereafter never discussed.
You were just about 4. I was 8. Mama had gone to the grocery store and was watching you. Daddy had a pickup up on a jack out in the shop. We were not to go back there. Mama made sure she rolled down the window and told that to us before she left. She said it to us, but she meant it for me. It was my job. Anyway, we decided to go catch tadpoles down at the culvert.
Yeah. We were putting them in a pickle jar.
Would catch them with the colander and put them in a jar. I remember thinking that I needed to wash the colander and get it put up before Mama got home. She would not have liked that if she knew that we used it for that, chopping tadpoles. She would not have liked that one iota.
I'm pretty sure those little poles were starting to grow legs.
You remember?
I don't really remember anything else. I remember we had gone down to the culvert. I remember that we were catching tadpoles and putting them in a pickle jar, and I don't really remember anything else, but I'm pretty sure those tadpoles were growing legs.
I don't remember that.
Pretty sure they were.
It certainly might have been. Anyway, we had gotten back to the house and getting ready to wash the colander and put it up, and you were upset. You wanted to feed the tadpoles. I didn't know what to feed them. You said, but you know everything, Mary Beth. You know everything. I didn't know everything. I didn't know anything. And the phone rang. The phone rang and it was Aunt Mama. She wanted to make sure that Mama knew about the ferry at Cave-in Rock. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. Anyway, gone.
I took him out to the shop so Daddy could feed the frogs.
I dropped the phone on the counter, and I ran after you. Straight to the shop. On my way through the door, I heard a loud crash. You were on the floor, picking up tadpoles that were flopping on the floor. I ran to the jack. And I tried to jack the truck up, but the truck wouldn't lift. And then I heard Daddy. He was real quiet, but I could hear him trying to talk. We're picking up tadpoles. They kept getting away. Went on for what seemed like forever. And then it got quiet. Completely quiet. It seemed like an hour passed. At some point, Mama came in, and in an instant she ran to the jack and she turned a lever or something and she jacked the truck right up. She pulled Daddy out by the boots. She took one look at him. She gathered us up to go back in the house.
You don't have to say anymore, Mary
I
Beth. You
do,
said
I
it.
have, no.
No, you don't.
I have to finish. Anyway, we got back to the house. And the phone was still laying on the counter where I left it. I went to dial and a voice came through. It was Aunt Vilma. She was still talking like she'd been talking the whole time that whatever happened had happened. Just talking and talking. Well, went to dial and that voice came through and she said, Velma? Velma, the kids just dropped the truck on their daddy. Their daddy is gone. Call the sheriff.
But I did it.
I don't know, Glover. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But this is the worst part. When Mama said the kids, when Mama said the kids dropped the truck apart, I said Glover did it. I said Glover did it, like I had seen you do it. But I did not see you do it. When I said that, Mama amended her statement to Aunt Velma. She said, I guess it was Sonny. Sonny boy just dropped the truck on his daddy. His daddy is dead. You were standing right there. I don't even think you were crying anymore. You still had one of the tadpoles. You were holding it in your hands.
Mama took one look at you. And she said, "Get that frog out of my house."
And I took him back down to the culvert.
We did. We took him back together. You let him go.
I remember that.
After that, of course, we didn't know it at the time. But after that, it was the You and Me show.
The You and Me show.
You and me. We were a team. We were on one team and Mama was on the other. She was on a team all by herself.
You know, she never called me that again.
Sonny boy?
Sonny.
No, I guess you would. That was Daddy's name for you. That's what he called you.
What? Why didn't you say anything, Gil? Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
No,
I never.
I never told them. I never told anyone. I never told anyone about any of this. Until now. So now you know.
Wish I didn't. I'm glad I do, but I wish I didn't. Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead and hit send. Send the 911.
I'm probably not gonna do that.
You're not gonna send me to jail.
Well, I still do that.
Shall we? Mary Beth and Gil say that I've committed felonies.
Well, we have. Some, mostly misdemeanors, but some felonies.
Not those things, those old things. They say that I've committed serious crimes within the last week.
Well, we all commit crimes of one kind or another, right, Gil?
We do.
I always say that if you look to your left, you look to your right, even if you're in church on Sunday morning, you might be looking at someone that has committed what you might consider to be a very serious crime.
Which, in some cases, maybe more often than not, is almost emphatically true, at least from a spiritual sense.
And I follow up that statement,
Or those sets of statements.
or those sets of statements, with another statement. I try to follow that or them up with this. I try to make one request. I try to get people to look at themselves. And I tell them that more often than not, in one way or another, the same thing could be said if they looked at themselves in the mirror.
I bet that scares them.
I don't know. Some, probably. It scares me. It should scare you.
It scares me right now.
Well, none of us is above making mistakes, Clever. That's the point of that little exercise. When we get to thinking we are, that most other people are a lot worse, well, that's when things go to hell in a handbasket. I try to remind people that to be honest with themselves. And I try to encourage them to try to be open and honest with other people, mostly the people they love.
Mama couldn't do it.
Well, she had a terrible set of circumstances, but she was trying. She talked to me about y'all's daddy a little bit. She didn't talk about the accident really, but she talked about not being able to talk about the accident. She said she just couldn't do it. She couldn't. She would tell herself just to make it through that day, and that she would talk about it tomorrow. She told herself that every day, every single day, until, tomorrow never comes.
Until it does.
Until it does.
I have never been to his grave.
Yes, you have. You were too little to remember, but you were there. Maybe for a minute.
Mary said you wanted to water the flowers.
I did.
You did. You were such a sweet little guy. You really were. Everybody loves Glover. Do they ever?
Do they ever?
I love you, Glover. We'll get through this. I'll be here again tomorrow and we'll talk about the rest of all of this then, right? Okay?
Thank you, Joey. Thank you so much.
Now, I really got the scoop, but thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, Joe.
I think I like this better than TV.
It was better than TV. I consider it to be. It was.
Jesus Christ, I've got to pee.
How did I get in this thing? Hey, Glover!
Yes.
Do you remember our first date? On our first date, we hit a triple.
For God's sake, Cecilia. Mary Beth, do not give her another drink.
I popped. It's kind of nice, it is. You know, I think I need another drink, Mary Beth.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, I'm sure. That's got a little Oreo in it. I am such a lightweight.
Yes, you are. All right. I'll tell you something really important, okay?
Okay.
That was not the original. I just said it was. Okay? And I need you to get Glover to tear up his version of the codicil, the original version of his codicil.
Tear it up.
I don't want anyone to consider the one that he had drawn up so close to Mama's passing.
Okay, tear it up and trust you. Oh, it's so close.
Yes.
Trust you. Oh, I do. Oh, good. I will.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. It's been a long day. You know what?
What?
You know what they say, Mary Beth?
What do they say, Cece?
They say, it is what it is.
They do say that.
You know what I say?
What do you say, Cece?
I say, it was.
It was.
It was.
It was. It really was.